off to a good start. So far, mine has been going well. I have got the morning chores done, and I did my Pilates and got my shower and got ready for the day and got my weekly bouquet all fixed up. And I also hung some of my recent baskets that I've wanted to add to my beans and basket collection. And so I'm glad you're joining me, and we will do a little more decorating today. This week's video is just gonna kind of pick up where we left off last week. As you remember, I had gotten my pewter collection and redone my hutch and added all my pewter. And so this week I am gonna be rearranging all the stuff that I had to take off of the hutch. And so I'm just gonna kind of pull everything down and redo my fireplace mantle and just not really decorate for fall, but I'm kind of getting fall on the mind, so I'm gonna add just a little bit of what I think of as fall touches. I mean, just even with the flowers, like the color of the flowers, like my bouquet here. To me, this weedy wildflower look with the purples and it just kind of makes me think fall. So stick around and let's do some decorating. I'm starting off with the fireplace mantle, and I'm adding these leather old books because I just love them. So I'm always finding a spot in the house for them, but today I just want them to be front and center here on the mantle. I also have one of my brownware pictures that I want to be kind of the center focal point, and I'm going to add a few other smaller pieces around it, and I may have to just play with it a little bit until I figure out just how I want them to sit. I just can't get the balance quite right. I think I have too many large pieces, so I'm going to switch out this large mortar and pestle for a smaller one. That is better. I think it lets the picture be more of a focal point. This candle holder will add some height on top of the books, and I want to try just the little candle holder here on the end in place of the candle mold. This is close, but I think I do like the candle mold just a little bit better. I think this is going to work now. I have the height all about equal across the top, and then I have groupings of 1, 3, and then 1. So I just set the other little candlestick over on my cabinet on a book, and I'm trading one basket out for another and adding some dried lavender to it that I bought at the grocery store. There was only 2 little bundles, or I probably would have bought more, but I think they are going to look just perfect here in this basket. I just love the flower department at our grocery store. It just surprises me, all the different varieties of flowers that you might find there. I love using dried lavender for fall decorations. It will look good even with pumpkins sitting around as we move on in to the fall decor. I remember my mama would always make some lavender-filled sachets and put in my dresser drawers and just different little places around the house. Now I'll get this table moved back out to the center of the room and give it a new look. I'm used to moving it now because I have to set it aside when I do my morning exercises. To finish my tabletop, I think I'm going to add this candle to it. And I thought I would tell you about the store that I found this at. I went to Lubbock to visit my friend the other day, and we found, what was it? The Flying Cow? Let me check. It was the Flying Cow. This candle is made, I guess the company or the brand is Lost Canyon. And so anyway, I saw this in the store while I was in there shopping. It smells amazing. Oh, I just love it. I had to go check and make sure I was right about how it was made, because they told me it was a very clean burning candle. And the reason why is it is made with scented coconut wax. It's scented with coconut, warm sandalwood, cedar, black pepper, amber, salted musk. So anyway, it really, really smells good. I wanted to try their tallow balm, or their tallow, what do you call it? Like, it's, you know, people are using it for like a lotion. But I've been actually using it for a while now. I've been using it for probably, I don't know, 3 months or something, but not their brand. I was using a different brand, and I really, really loved it. And so I thought I would just go in and get some of theirs and try it from the Flying Cow. I have just been putting it on my face as like a moisturizer in the mornings. Then I will put my makeup on after that, and it seems to be just working out great. I really think I can tell a difference in my skin since I've been using it. Now, I'm not telling you to use it. Do your own research on this stuff and decide if you want to try it. But I just thought I would try it because I really don't do a lot of chemical-y stuff. I am just kind of fearful from putting things into my body that, you know, does things like Botox does, messes with your muscles and things like that. And so I've just not really ever wanted to do that yet. Who knows, maybe someday something might change my mind. But as far as right now, I've just been trying to age gracefully and as natural as possible. And so anyway, that's why I went into the Flying Cow. And I also found this candle in there. So I'm gonna finish this table out by lighting this candle. I also love that it's in an amber colored jar. That is just perfect for fall. It has been a little bit since I rearranged the top of the TV cabinet. As I've said before, and it continues to be true, this little area up here just really kind of gives me problems. I don't know why. I am just never satisfied with how I decorate it. I was gonna try to find a different spot for this very large demijohn bottle, but I think I'm gonna give it one more try just with adding the smaller one up here with it and see if I can get it to work that way. Well, Sylvie girl, what do you think? Do you think the bottles look okay up there? Nope. Well, me neither, girl. I think we're going to have to find another spot for them. Let's see what Sylvie thinks now. Sylvie, do you think this is good, girl? Nope. Still not quite right? I agree. I think it needs just a little more tweaking. I think that's it. It's time to start supper now, and tonight I am making enchiladas. And I have to scoop Sylvie out a little bit of meat for her supper too. Here's a little tip to make these super easy. Instead of chopping up all your onions and peppers and what other kind of vegetables you like to go into your meat filling, I just pour some salsa in mine, and it already has the onions and the peppers and the tomatoes all chopped up, so it saves you some steps and it still tastes so good. These are my absolute favorite tortilla shells. They are so good. After dipping the shells into tomato sauce, then I just put a little bit of meat filling in and roll them up in the pan. Now I'm going to make an enchilada sauce to pour over the top of them. For the healthiest option, I'm also using the King Arthur brand of flour that's made with the red wheat, which is an old grain. Now I just have to stir it and let it get hot in the pan and thicken up a little bit, just like if I was making a gravy. Now it's time to add the seasonings, and they are listed in the recipe, but I think everyone has to just adjust the seasonings to their taste. And so just because a recipe says a certain amount of seasoning, I think it can easily be adjusted to everyone's personal taste. Now I'm just going to add some liquid to help it thin down just a little bit, and you can add however much, just for the consistency that you like. And I'm using just water this time, but you can also use a broth if you'd rather. I am just going to gradually pour in about a cup of water, and I think that will be enough once I get it all stirred in. Thank you for joining me today. I will be sure and put the recipe in the description box, and I will see you in the next video.